How's it hanging, ladies and folks? My name is Chris R.R. Bauzo, and this is my show. You're about to hear Chapter 11 of my ongoing sword and sorcery sci-fi narrative. A story written, read, performed, and edited, all with your earholes in mind. But don't concern yourself with going back to catch up quite yet, because this episode, like every episode, just so happens to be the perfect jumping-on point. And then, once you're hooked, feel free to go back and check out all the previous episodes of the show. There's plenty there to keep a fella busy till next week's episode drops. But for now, all I need you to do is sit back, relax, and allow me to unfurl the wizard scroll. Skullcap Castle, a colossal, bone-white citadel of stone and mortar which, as the name implied, sat nestled atop an equally colossal, skull-shaped hunk of ebony granite. A manner very much befitting the likes of Umbrella, the Lich Queen, and her thrall of bone and steel. With its tall, winding spires that seemed to poke through the deep purple clouds swirling above. With its intricate Gothic architecture, complete with gargoyle statues stationed hither and thither along the roof ledges.
Hey, I'm not a statue! I'm a real boy!
And tonight, under the soft glow of the double full moons, this most aesthetic of evil castles was host to the biggest monster mash since Gary Gouldini's Hallows Eve Spooktacular. Everybody who was anybody who was dead was there, as evidenced by that long, winding line of ghoulish guests, which included Jack Pumpkinman, a sentient pumpkin piloting a headless zombie around like a Gundam, Frank Einstein, the Frankenstein boy genius, and even the reanimated corpse of Archduke Franz Ferdinand made a special guest appearance as well. They were all champing at the bit as they waited their turn to step inside.
Krystall, my dear protege, we are about to enter into the very heart of the undead realm, so heed my words. Though you and I are her esteemed guests tonight, Umbrella the Lich Queen is a being of pure evil, who will stop at nothing to get what she wants. And what she wants is to obliterate all life and reanimate our corpses in her own twisted image. So let's not do or say anything that might upset her. We're just gonna pop in, show face, not die, and dip as soon as we get the chance. Understood?
Right. The sooner we get out of there, the better. Hey, Azataz?
Yes?
How did you and the Lich Queen meet?
Back in Wizard High School. Those rose-tinted, halcyon days of my youth. She needed help with wizard algebra, so one day I offered to help her study. And then, one thing led to another, bada bing, bada boom. Cut to, she descended into the dark arts and became a power-hungry tyrant of the undead.
Wait. Cut to? What happened in between the cut?
Yeah, nah, sorry. You gotta wait till season 4 to hear about that one.
The festivities could be heard even from the lower jaw, from the very base of that big black stone skull, all the way from the bottom of the stairs. The ones that spiraled up and around the mountain, leading all the way back to that gargantuan set of wooden double doors at its dome-like summit. An entrance flanked, blocked off by the bouncer, that 8-foot-tall, half-orc, half-troll, sloppily stitched together Frankenstein. That monstrosity of a man, made up of all the best bits of orc and troll, animated into being by means both forbidden and arcane. He stood menacingly at the front door, clipboard in hand, tasked with parting those red velvet ropes to whomever he saw fit. And inside the main lobby was...
Whoa, pal. You ain't getting in here no way, no how.
What? No, this is preposterous. I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, you ain't on the list. Sorry, not sorry, bud. Maybe next time.
What do you mean I'm not on the list? Check again. I assure you my name's in there somewhere.
Yeah, nah, it ain't there.
Come on, man. Do you know who I am? I'm the goddamn narrator. You gotta let me in. The story needs me.
Nah, bro. That ain't how this works. Now beat it, loser.
You know what? Fuck your list. Bees attacked this half-orc, half-troll, sloppily stitched together asshole. The one who writhed in agony on the ground as the tiny insect swarmed his body and stung him good. As he succumbed to his bee sting allergy and died a slow, painful death.
I am dead.
You like that? You fucking like that shit? Anyway, the return to Prominence Ball was well underway inside the palace, with the music blasting and the orc blood vodka mixers flowing, as the main lobby, the ballroom, the courtyard out back, and everywhere in between were all filled near to bursting with the blood-drunk undead that encompassed the thrall. So many guests were there that Azataz and Krystall both were taken aback at the sight of them all. A gaggle of skelemen crumping around in the foyer, dance battling one another to the bopping beats of the Lich Queen's personal freestyle mega hits playlist. A pair of zombies skinny dipping in the courtyard fountain, only to be joined by a sexy mummy lady who slowly unwound her wrappings, took a diving leap into the fountain, and disintegrated instantly on impact. A skeleman waiter, clad in a black bow tie and fancy feathered hat, moseyed through the room toward the wizard and his +1, palming a big silver platter piled high with hors d'oeuvres and glassfuls of that potent, blood-red concoction.
Would either of you care for an orc blood vodka? Oh, what the fuck, guy? Really? Now I've got bloodstains all over my nice, clean teal suit. I just had this thing ironed. Are you fucking kidding me? On tonight of all nights? Nights. Wait, what the fuck was that? Sorry, man. I gotta go. You get back here and face the music, you fucking skeleton.
Chill out, man. It was just an accident.
All right, I'm cool.
Come on, let's get you cleaned up. There's gotta be a bathroom around here somewhere.
Krystall trailed off as she scanned the rest of the hall, spinning in place a full 420 degrees before reverting her gaze back to that miraculously cleaned wizard, standing there in his spotless three-piece teal suit, white button-downs, and polished loafers.
How did you...
I'm magic, remember? And now for my next trick.
He reached into his jacket pocket, pulling out a pair of shiny stainless steel flasks.
Let's get fucking plastered, baby!
And so they clinked their drinks together and each took a big gulp. Krystall downing her sickeningly sweet mixture of vodka, orange juice, and lemon lime soda, aka the Orc J. Simpson surprise, while Azataz took a hit of the big blunt he had scotch taped to the side of his, inadvertently spilling some of his rum and prune juice down onto his freshly cleaned suit as he did so.
Ah, fucking shit! My queen!
Who dares disturb me? Disturb Umbrella, the Lich Queen, in the midst of my pre-party glass of wine.
My queen, forgive my intrusion, but it's an emergency! 2 mortals have just arrived at the party!
So that old fool decided to show up after all. And with a +1 as well. Isn't that interesting?
Shall I fetch some ropes and a skinning tool, my queen?
No. I have a better idea.
How's it hanging, ladies and folks? My name is Chris R.R. Bauzo, and today I bring you an exciting news bulletin. I've launched a brand new secondary feed, the Wizard Scroll Nights. Prepare your pretty little ear holes for all the dark, daring, and downright delightful side content that's just too hot to be contained in the Wizard Scroll proper. From now on, this will be the place to go for all my wizard hangs.
I have a picture of Macaulay Culkin smiling in the actual... in the script. On like page 5 of the script.
There he is.
Wizard rolls.
I saw the commercial for the honey pepper pimento. What's that shit on top?
Pimento cheese.
Oh.
Wizards in my city.
I was wondering if you could cast a spell on me, perhaps.
Cast spells on you every other day, Daniel. What the fuck? Now you want this shit?
And other things as well.
No! This is my device, and I shall do with it as I shall! Oh, you're not flipping over. I gotta get out of here.
So don't miss out on the adventures that await ye in the moonlit alleys of the Wizard Scroll Nights. Subscribe now and thank me later, because things are about to get weird. Ever since she was a little girl, peddling Elf Scout cookies on the cobblestone streets of Pineville just to stay out of the red, Krystall Everfall had heard terrible tales of the Lich Queen's reign. And though she was not quite old enough to have seen the events for herself, she had amassed a fairly vivid picture of what had gone down. Had heard countless first-hand accounts from those who had been around to witness her wrath. About how she had reduced city after city to smoldering piles of rubble and ash. How her mere presence was enough to raise battalions of loyal Skeleman warriors up from the dirt. How she had almost nuked the realm to oblivion, only to be thwarted at the last minute by that Holy Blade's divine intervention. But nothing, not the eyewitness accounts, not the gossip, nor the secondary sources could have possibly prepared Krystall for the sight of Umbrelai the Lich Queen in the flesh. And lo, she strode into the room, seemingly in slow motion. The light sparkled upon her flawless, milky white skin, displayed proudly by means of the diamond-shaped chest and navel windows on her clingy, sleeveless black dress. She was the belle of the ball, a total MILF, and Krystall's heart fluttered at the sight of her.
Azataz the Wise, is that you? Oh, I've missed you so. Stay right there. I'm coming to give you a big hug.
The Lich Queen burst into a full sprint toward them, barreling through her own minions like a child would through a pile of leaves. An overjoyed, wicked smile spreading like wildfire across her face as she drew closer. As she closed the gap between them in no time at all. Doubly impressive considering she was presently sporting 6.9-inch heels.
Oh, my back.
It must have been at least 6,900 years since we've spoken last. What have you been up to all this time, Azzy?
Ah, you know, a little spell casting, a little tinkering, a lot of murder. You know, wizard stuff.
You haven't changed a bit, have you?
She glanced over to his +1, to the comely, leaf-clad elf maiden who stood nervously at the wizard's side this whole time.
Say, old chum, aren't you going to introduce me to your lovely date?
Oh, but of course, my queen. This is my girlfriend, Krystall.
It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Krystall.
She began as she took the elf's hand in her own and kissed it, as her gaze drifted down to the elf's thighs, lingered there for a prolonged period of time, then back up to her bright, emerald green eyes.
Any friend of Azzy's is a friend of mine.
Krystall's chestnut-shaped, almond-toned face blushed hot red at the sight of the Lich's luscious lumps. It was more than enough thickness to send shivers down her spine and a frog down her throat. And presently she struggled to find her words in her presence.
Hello, my queen.
What's the matter, Elf? Frog at your throat? Nothing a little alcohol can't fix. Azzy,
Yes?
could you fetch us some drinks? I'll have a blood of my enemy's martini. Shaken, not stirred. Krystall, my dear, you want anything?
I'll take the Orc J. Simpson surprise.
Coming right up, ladies. You two play nice now. I'll be right back.
You two aren't actually dating, are you?
Oh, God, no. It's more a quid pro quo type of deal, really. He said he'll teach me how to be a wizard if I came here tonight as his +1.
I see. So then, you must be aware of the little fling I had with our mutual friend way back when.
Yeah, it came up briefly. What was that all about anyway?
Well, Krystall, About 6.9 millennia ago, we were both enrolled in the illustrious Wizard High School. And Azzy, despite his glaring faults, was a remarkable student with a brilliant mind. He aced every test, got good marks, and even offered to tutor me in preparation for our big wizard math test. And then, one thing led to another. Bada bing, bada boom. Cut to I descended into the dark arts, and here we are.
Oh, come on! Again with the cut to? What gives? It's like you're deliberately skipping over the most important part.
Oh, my dear Krystall, all shall be revealed in due time. Perhaps in season 4. It appears our third wheel has returned with refreshments.
Your drinks, my ladies. Here you are, my dear Krystall, an Orc J. Simpson surprise for you.
Thank you kindly, honey bun.
And for you, my dear Umberly, an Orc Blood Martini.
That's my queen to you, Azzy.
My humblest apologies, my queen. Here is your beverage.
What? No ice?
Well, there was ice in it, but the blood was rather hot, so it melted.
And now you expect me to scald my royal lips, drinking this blasphemous swill you've brought me? Fetch me a glass of ice.
Oh, yes, my queen. Ice coming right up.
Hey, babe. Could you get me a bendy straw while you're over there, too?
Of course, of course. Anything for my sweetie pie.
Thanks.
The plan is going off without a hitch.
Sure it is, hon. Now, where were we?
My queen?
Please, don't flatter me with such platitudes. Umberly is fine.
Right. So, Umberly, if you and Azataz were classmates, that means you two were, the same age, right?
Well, technically, he was in the year above mine. But yes, we're both around the same age.
But then, how come he's a dawdling old geezer, while you ended up so...
malicious? Devious? Malevolent?
comely?
For the first time in over 6.9 eons, Umberly the Lich Queen blushed.
It's rather simple, my dear Krystall. About 50 years ago, my basest primordial essence left my dying old body behind and went on to possess an unborn fetus. Thus, I was reborn into this fresh, supple body with all the knowledge of my previous life. I've done this 6 or 7 times over the millennia, mind you. It's a nifty little spell I came up with myself. But enough about me. Tell me about yourself.
Bartender, 1 glass of ice, please, and a bendy straw. I have a name, you know. It's Undead Bartender. Right, so, about that ice. Here you are. Enjoy the party.
So yeah, that's how I found out I'm lactose intolerant.
I see.
There are my 2 favorite ladies in the whole world. Here's your bendy straw, my dear.
Thanks, Azzy.
And here's that ice you wanted, my queen.
What? No drink?
I thought you had a drink.
I bore with your games, Azzy. Are you going to fetch me what I desire, or should I get one of my several hundred skellymen servants to do it instead?
Umberly, my queen, please, whatever you want, I'll get it for you, please.
Very well. The book. Bring me the book, Azataz.
What? What book?
You'll figure it out in season 4. Be gone, and don't come back until you have what I require.
Yes, my queen. Post haste, I shall.
You know, you don't have to be so mean to him.
Oh, yes, I do. It's like my whole thing. I am like super evil, after all. Anyway, would you care for a drink, my dear?
Well, I suppose one more drink couldn't hurt.
8 drinks later,
So then he says, "So no head?" And I'm standing there looking down at him like, "Nah." And I swing down my dagger. cut his fucking head right off there in front of his goddamn brother.
Oh, Krystall, do remind me. What was the little horse penis man's name again?
Wrong hat.
Oh, that's just grand, Krystall. You are a riot.
But wait, it gets better. So then, we get all up into this dungeon beneath Mount Shitsickle, and guess who's down there?
Who?
Ice motherfucking T. Like the real one from Law and Order SVU.
Real shit?
Real fucking shit, babe.
And what did you do with him?
Well, after murdering scores of his younglings, a boulder fell from the ceiling and cracked his skull open.
Oh, Krystall. I could listen to recounts of your adventures all night long. They should make a podcast about you.
What's a podcast?
Undead Bartender. The elf would like a body shot.
Oh?
With the works.
Yes, my queen.
Undead Bartender promptly applied said works to the Lich's milfly body, which included a fresh lime wedge in her mouth, a sprinkle of salt betwixt her bosom, a line of sausage rock on her stomach, and a shot of tequila poured into her belly button.
What's that green crust on your stomach?
That is sausage rock, my dear. It's an aphrodisiac, found primarily in the Wangtown mines. After my thrall leveled the city, decimated the orc population, and enslaved the survivors, we've acquired quite an abundance of the stuff. Now, are we going to do this, or what? The salt is starting to burn.
Oh, right.
And then, well, one thing led to another. Bada bing, bada boom.
If that's not good enough, I don't know what to tell you. Oh my god.
Cut to. We're in an elevator going down, 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 forever down. Down through several hundred feet of solid ground. Down further still until the scene had shifted to that of an empty holding cell. A holding cell which now held a new prisoner as he materialized through the ceiling and crashed ass first onto concrete.
Oh, my ass!
He slumped down to his side as his mind spun to process what he had just gone through. The colors he smelled and the scents he felt, the sounds he saw and the tastes he heard as he was propelled through dimensions incomprehensible to the mortal mind. All of this leading up to his return to the real, to the cold, cobble-bone walls and steel bars that encompassed his cell. His mind still reeling, struggling to piece itself back together after his forced journey through that indescribable fourth-dimensional plane of existence. His long mahogany locks now streaked with bolts of gray, and his once patchy, scruff-laden maw overtaken entirely by a full, bushy black beard that ran halfway down his chest. Though noticeably aged up since last time on the Wizard Scroll, Rodney could not tell for the life of him how long he'd spent lost, trapped simultaneously inside and outside of a Klein bottle, damned to traverse that warping, impossible terrain in utter, gibbering lunacy. And he didn't care to think too deeply upon it either, as even thinking about it was enough to drum up a worse headache than the time he challenged that dwarf to a headbutt off. Perhaps a story for another time, because now he was struck by a metaphysical blow to the cranium, struck harder than any headbutt he had ever received or dealt, as he lay on the ground in a sad, whimpering heap. Curled up in the fetal position, nursing his pounding, throbbing temples as he clenched his eyes shut, blocking out what little light could be found there in that dank, dark dungeon.
No, it can't be.
Welcome back to the third dimension, Radney. My bastard son. How convenient of you to have rematerialized right here in my dungeon as well. I had no idea the shrooms would do that, but here we are. I must say your little whiz stock stunt like a wrench into my plans for universal conquest. But, like all slight inconveniences, I have persevered. I have powered through, and in the end, I have emerged out the other end. Oh, the better for it.
Visions of death and destruction, of flames and ashes, the charred husk of a once thriving, once beautiful city. The sights, sounds, and smells of Wangtown's ruination seared themselves into Rodney's psyche, engulfed his eyes in blinding purple light, even with his lids still shut tight. And so he relented, opened them wide to end the broadcast of horrors burrowing into his splintered mind, the one which nearly fractured in twain at the sight of her, resurrected, youthful, and more powerful than ever.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Even in madness, my troublesome little child, the fires of determination continue burning brightly in your eyes. I have my ways of snuffing those out, of crushing every last mote and mite of misbehavior from your dense skull for good. Because next time on the Wizard Scroll, it's to the Super Arena with you!
Thanks for tuning in to me screaming about wizards for a half hour. If you're still here, odds are that you enjoyed it and cannot wait for more. Unless you're hate listening for some reason, in which case, thanks for hate listening to me screaming about wizards for a half hour. Whether you enjoyed it or otherwise, I'm just grateful that it elicited some kind of emotion from you and that you made it all the way to the end slate, the best part of the show. For more epic end slates like these, subscribe to the Wizard Scroll on your podcatcher of choice, and check out the backlog for stuff you mayhaps have overlooked. That way, you'll be all caught up for next Saturday's episode, which I shall cook up lovingly just for you. But anyway, word of mouth is how this show can continue to grow, so share the shit out of it with everyone you know. And until next Saturday, bye.